Shalom. First and foremost, Kwahala Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Bashem Kwakwadash. Double honor to the head apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Yakim on the highways and byways, noise in the spread abroad all around the world. Through the spirit of power of our Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. So pretty much, I want to get into the stock market right here because it's just not. It's been going up and down, and you're seeing record number breaking points dropping from 800 points to 900 points, and it's just been, stock market has not been doing too good lately. Because, the stock market is at an all-time low, and it's only good. This economy is eventually gonna crash. This stock market, this whole thing is definitely gonna crash because years ago, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, he mentioned that the U.S. currency, is unsustainable and eventually it's gonna implode. And he said this years ago. The former chairman Ben Bernanke of the Federal Reserve. And eventually this stuff is just gonna implode in itself, and it's gonna crash. It's not gonna sustain itself for any longer. So let me just jump into this article real quick. It says stocks fall in another vital session. The Dow swung more than 850 points from its high to its low, while Nasdaq falls another 1.3%. So it reads, the U.S. stocks swung wildly Friday and ended the session moderately lower, capping a turbulent 2-day stretch of trading that snapped 5 weeks. Winning streaks for the S&P 500 and Nasdaq compensate. The index were battered by another round of selling in the morning, with tech stocks taking the blunt of the pain for a second consecutive day. Investors then pounced on the dip, helping the recoup most of the losses and slow the previous day sells off, which was the steep since June. Apple, and the biggest company in the U.S. by market value, was among the stocks investors favored, helping the yank major benchmarks up for their lows. The tech giant noted a small gain after falling as much as 8.3% easy earlier in the in the session. The S&P 500 finished the day down 28.10 points, or 8.8%, to the 3,426.96, while the Nasdaq Composite declined 144.97 points, or 1.3%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average opened higher, then swung 875 points from its high to its low and rebounds to the end of the day down 159.42 points, 0.6%. So pretty much this thing is just going up and down, and eventually, right now, the way the stocks are looking, things, the Dow Jones is definitely down. The Dow Jones, yeah. Because the Dow Jones is definitely still down, and eventually this thing is gonna crash. It's gonna implode in itself. So those of y'all that think that there's some type of future or there's some type of hope here, those hopes are long gone, and you can kiss those hopes goodbye, because things are not coming back to normal. This thing is eventually gonna crash, and it's just gonna be all out chaos. Let me just jump into the precept real quick. So this is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 10, and it reads, "And it came, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills." So what does that mean? The fish gate, where is pretty much like the stock market. It's where people did their commerce and did their trades and did their businesses, and their sales. That all took place in the fish gate. Now the modern day fish gate would be the stock market. This U.S. economy, where people are doing their trades and their businesses and their commerce. Because this thing is definitely gonna crash. The stock market will crash. Verse 11. How ye inhabitants of Mikdash, for all the merchant people are cut down, and all they that bear silver are cut off. All they that bear silver are cut off. But this applies to this day. This applies. This took place back in the ancient world, but this applies today. What you see, what's going on with the stock market, and with those that trade, the merchant people that trade and do their businesses, they're gonna be cut off, because this thing ain't looking too good. And it's only just gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse. And in 2021, pretty much 2020 is almost out of here. And a lot of shit and a lot of stuff went down this year. And 2021 is gonna be even hella worse. Verse 12, and it shall come to pass that at that time that I will stretch Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lace, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. Verse 13, therefore their goods shall become booty, and their houses a desolation, and they shall build houses but not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and not drink of the wine thereof. You know, that's all talking about America, you know. Because right now, you know, the housing crisis, you know, there's all types of foreclosures, evictions, you know, due to what's going on. And it's just only going to get worse and worse. And this thing is going to collapse on itself, and it's going to be all hell pretty soon. You know, with that, I just wanted to bring that out. All praises and glories to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Yakim out there on the highways and byways.